All right, so today, really simple, chill day. We got stretches, and we have abs, and we have calves. So, we're gonna start off with our stretching first. We're gonna do our hips, lower back, shoulders, and that's it. Pretty sure. I gotta check the log, but yeah, pretty sure that's it. And then we will do 4 sets on abs, focusing on the lower abs, and 3 sets on calves. I have 1 ab day per rotation for workouts. That's once every 4 days. That is today. And I have 2 days where I work out calves, 3 sets each. And let me tell you, calves are starting to actually come in. May not look like it, but at one point I had like no calves. And here's a photo of that. Boom. It's a post on Reddit I made, shows my back, and I was giving advice to people on what to do for back. And really it gained a lot of traction because, well, my legs look like little French fry sticks, you know, no calves. So we had to change that. A lot of people would just say, fuck that, I cannot grow my calves. But why would I do that? I'm not a loser, okay? We need to figure out a way to grow calves. I'm not just gonna sit there and say, well, I better not work on my calves because I can't grow them and it's a waste of time. No, you gotta game plan it. You gotta have a system put in place to try exercises, record data, and see what works. If it doesn't work, move on to something else. You know, after a few weeks, a month, whatever. What I'm doing is working. So for this calf exercise, we're actually just doing 3 sets of seated calf raises. Now, a lot of people say, seated calf raise, it's useless. You should stand because the stretch and this and that. Don't care. It works for me. It feels great. It's cool as fuck. I can just sit there, do this, you know, kind of act like I'm in a rodeo or something, whatever. Anyways, we got the new Costco energy drink. These things are badass. 200 milligrams of caffeine, and it's like 75 cents a drink. Sign me up. So let's get into the stretching. So we're starting off with hips. This looks pretty sus, I know. But before I started actually having just a stretch day, it was just a rest day with nothing on it, I started to develop some pain on the right side of my, I guess you could call it groin area. But I knew it was just hip pain because it would flare up after leg day. And I knew that we cannot ignore it or it will become a problem. So really, I just started doing these simple stretching exercises. And now, no more pain. You believe that? Wow, it actually works. So we do some of these. I don't know what these are called. I'm sure I could look it up. Maybe I will. I like to start here, all the way out 90, up, around, and back behind the other knee. See if you can see it from this side, maybe not. 90, 90, up, around, back down. Those are great. Excuse me. We'll hit this one more time. Putting a lot of weight on our knees, but also you got quite a bit of weight on the shoulders here. In addition to stretching our lower back and hips out, working on that mobility, making sure everything's good, I do like to do some shoulder mobility. I've had a surgery on my left shoulder in the past, and that has led to a little bit of a lack of mobility. It's not terrible, but it is noticeable. So I do like to add shoulder mobility in addition to lower back and hip mobility stretching. So just gonna come here, trying to press down pretty close to our elbows, and we're just moving our weight forward. Trying to hold this one right here. Kind of pulsing, pushing forward, holding. One arm. All right, let's hit some abs. Okay, so first exercise we're gonna do is a hanging knee raise. Cool thing about this exercise is once you get good enough at it, you can progressively overload it by using these dumbbell attachments. So what they do is it wraps around the handle of the dumbbell, and then you can wrap that, or rather, you can Velcro that to your feet. Really handy once you start to get into about 20, 30 reps. Even 5 pounds on each foot, that's gonna feel like a lot, I promise. I just recently started upping the weight to about 10 pounds on each foot, and it's quite heavy. So we'll attach these, do a couple sets. So you can do hanging knee raises on like a pull-up station at your gym, or if you're working out at home like me, these little elbow sleeve things are probably like 20 bucks. Pretty good. You can just hang them from a pull-up bar. Really want to try to activate those lower abs. I like going from side to side. If you want to try those, they're pretty sweet. They are going to work your entire core. You saw how I was moving my legs around, you know, sometimes going behind, sometimes going out to the side. I'm focusing on the part of the abdominals I want to hit. Most of the time it's going to hit your lower abs, and more importantly for me, this is mainly genetic, but the right side of my abs have come in really nice. The left side, pretty good, but this bottom one, kind of lacking behind. It's not waking up, it's not firing. Yes, most of that is genetic, but you can do exercises if you're conscious enough to target that one and wake it up. If I'm conscious enough and I can create the mind-muscle connection with that lower left abdominal muscle, it will wake up and it will become more even. It's never going to be perfect. You can't change the placement of your abs, but we can do things to help even everything out. Oof. Ooh, yeah. Woo! I have a bench set to -10 degrees. It's at a decline. And we're just gonna do some flutter kicks and like some scissor kicks. We're about to start calves, but here's a little pro tip. If your feet are slipping off of your calf raise machine, try to get some of this. It is, let's see if it will focus, 3M safety walk tape. Now all it is, it's one-sided tape, one side sticky, you peel it off, but the other side, super rough. And ever since adding this on to both the seated calf raise machine right there, and let me show you right here, my big wooden block here, courtesy of Charlie Jones. Thank you, Charlie Jones. My feet stay on the block and the seated calf raise much better. Much good. Pretty good. So yeah, if your feet are slipping off, try the safety walk tape by 3M. So back to business. We are doing 3, maybe 4 sets on the seated calf raise machine. I like to alternate weeks where, you know, my feet will be like this for set number 1, and then my feet will be like this, set number 2, and then set number 3, they'll be back out here. And then next week I'll start inside, go out, and then back inside. I like it. I don't know if you do, but I like it. So that's what we're gonna do. We got 120 pounds there. What we wanna do is get nice and locked in there, make sure our knees and feet aren't slipping off. Lift up with your feet, and then maybe hold it for a second or 2, and then slowly control it down through the movement. And then we really wanna hold that bottom stretched position for about 2 seconds, a solid 2 count. Let's get into it. God damn. Pardon my French, but god damn. You know, I used to never do seated calf raise, but I feel like once you get the form down, it's got to do something. You know, there's too much pain going on in here for it to not do anything. Maybe that's misinformed or misguided or whatever, but I feel like if something burns, Feels like your calves are on fire, literally. It's got to be doing something down there, so. I don't know about you seated calf deniers, but I'm keeping it. Set. Woo! All right, fellas. Well, that's it. Here's everything we did. Whoa. That's not a whole lot. We were only in here for about 45, maybe 50 minutes. Nice shorter day. I feel like it gives the body a chance to recover from all the heavy compound lifts we're doing. You come in here, you do a little bit, you stretch it out. It's great. I'm gonna go walk or finish my floors or something else. Tomorrow we got leg day. Woo! We got some new tech there. Make sure to check it out.